Hello, 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 Detroit. This is your boy MC Gino Byrd, live at the International Institute inside the Politcal. We'll have to call them out dinner, y'all. Call them out Sambo Awards dinner. So I want y'all to be ready for, it's a big night tonight. We're going to have all the great people there. So I want you all to be ready. Be ready. It's going to be an awesome time. A very awesome time. This is MC Gino Byrd, a.k.a. Mr. Political Machine, saying peace to you. We'll be right back.
When you've had illegal property tax assessments and the power of the state moving on individuals who are almost helpless, when the power of the state moves on you, it's like state-sanctioned killing. When someone, because they have a badge and a gun and may be psychotic, kills you for no reason at all. That's state-sanctioned killing. What we have going on in Detroit, and you know it better than anyone, is the state. The state is sanctioning the taking of these homes. Look at it. Thousands and thousands of houses are represented by each one of these sheets. And the whole purpose of us gathering this evening is to build the momentum for the direct action tomorrow. See, we can let the so-called intellectuals, the activist elite, and I'm not putting them down. I mean, let them do what they do. They can do their PowerPoint presentations. They can convince you that you hurt when you already know you hurt. You already lost your home. You already are facing foreclosure. And it's good to know that and to know the very laws that were broken. But we're at the stage in Detroit right now where direct action is required. But what we say to Bernie, what we say to Elizabeth, what we say to Joe Biden, by the way, Joe, bring Clyburn, who endorsed me up here to Detroit, so he can get a feel of the no bluff zone Detroit. See, Clyburn was the same jackleg handkerchief head that went in on Congressman John Conyers when Nancy Pelosi led the lynch party against Congressman John Conyers. Clyburn was right there saying resign to the founder of the Congressional Black Caucus, to a congressman whose seniority meant that he would have been chairing that Judiciary Committee during the impeachment. They didn't want that. And I say that and point it out to you because the way national politics is played out, they'll have you cheering people who are our enemy. You know, just because they look like us does not mean they are of us. And Clyburn was with Nancy Pelosi when they led the political lynch party with no due process against Congressman John Conyers. And that all goes to this list. America needs to see the human rights travesty that's going down in Detroit. Detroit, we need the shame. Mike Duggan, we need the shame to do nothing rubber stamping Detroit City Council, which is heading up the Sambo list here this evening. Every name here, and I want everyone to get a chance, just walk by and look at it. Look at it. It's just like these are caskets lined up, and we're holding a funeral service up here. But only we are going to breathe life into every one of these names. There's going to be a resurrection, and we don't have to move any stones, any boulders. There's going to be a resurrection when we engage in direct action tomorrow morning at the City County Building, Woodward, and Jefferson. And see, folks will know that you can't roll into Detroit disrespecting folks the way Mike from Livonia has done.
Mickey Mouse.
You really gotta think about that again. In a public forum, he said, we already took your money, you've been robbed, we spent the money we took from you, and what are you gonna do about it? So what? That's exactly how he said it. And then he shouted out and fronted Joanna Underwood, a duly elected member of the Detroit City Charter Commission, over 60,000 votes. Second highest vote getter. Told her in front of the whole audience, you weren't on the invite list. How is that? How is that? How is that democracy? That's not the America. I served 4 years in the military, from 65 to 68, went in from Fort Wayne.
Call 'em Out started back in 2002.
All right.
And it was started because the activist community was leaning into their friends.
Uh-oh.
And we just didn't want to give people a pass because they were our friends. We weren't trying to find anybody to like us. We wanted elected officials to serve the interests of the people in the city of Detroit. That's what we asked for. That was all we wanted. So when there was a group that was leaning toward their friends, who they grew up with, somebody they had a relationship with, it just didn't work for some of us. So that's how Call 'em Out was born. I want to acknowledge all the people in the room who feel like they're part of Call 'em Out, and the people who started out Call 'em Out when we first went out.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me in the back? Yes. It's great. You hear that? Do you hear that? Yes. That's justice in the air. Do you hear that? Yes. That's the ancestors in the house. They are going to be with us not only this evening, but they're going to wake you up in the morning if you're paying attention. Because we're going to roll to success. And the road to success is with each and every one of you. Each and every one of you that are here tonight has a voice to someone else to be with us in the morning. So if you need coffee, how many of y'all going to need coffee in the morning? How many people need coffee in the morning? All right, then y'all better find a place to get it. Because you're going to need it. We have, and I'm going to ask Ms. Hitchcock to give you again, and it's a lot of people there on Facebook, let them know where the buses is going to be. The locations of where the buses is going to be. Because people will be lining up to get on those buses. Just like we went to the Million Man March. People lined up and got on them buses for change. I'm here tonight to present an award to a very young, tenacious brother that will not back down. In the face of bootlickers, he will not back down. In faces of turncoats, he will not back down. In faces of people that don't want to align themselves with that which is right, he will not back down. He will not back up. He is not part of the status quo of the back down. He will even stand up if they put him down.
All right.
And they have did just that. But he got right back up and continued to fight. We need more men. More men. You don't hear me though. We need more men. We don't need males. We need more men to stand up like this young man. So we have tonight an award. You see, oh, isn't that so nice? Give me that other award. It says Willie Burton on it. See this right here? See that right there? The light comes on.
Yeah.
The light has come on in this city in recognition of all the hard work that he has did. Sam, you've been his mentor. You told me that. You told me you have been mentoring him very well. So by that being the case, we know what we can get out of this man because we know what's being put in. He's not another Sam, but and he is definitely not a Sambo. So with great pleasure tonight, I want to present this leadership award to my friend, my brother, Willie Byrd.
We need someone that's going to represent all of us.
All of us.
I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say this.
Say it.
You know,
Say it.
When they try and oppress our people, use oppression, we got to stand up to those oppressors. We got to stand up to those rich friends of Dan Gilbert, Mike Gillich, Gary Brown, all of those that was oppressing our people. Last year we had 23,000 water shut-offs in America's blackest and poorest city. And only 10,000 waters get turned on this year, at the beginning of this year. It's not enough. You know, when you got a rubber stamp Detroit Board of Police Commissioners that's oppressing the people, making them show identification when they come into board meetings, it is wrong. When they allow the Detroit Police Department to use this racist technology called facial recognition, techno-racism without the approval and authority of the board, it's wrong.
Hell wrong.
When this technology misses identify a single person of color that doesn't have the resources for a good legal defense, it's wrong.
Hell wrong.
When they incarcerate one of us, it's wrong.
She will come full speed ahead. She'll tack on anything that she feels that's going to interfere with the progress of the people. See, we have always had strong sisters. We have always had strong sisters to lead weak brothers. Because sometimes they need a fire up under them. And when we're talking about closing schools for Detroit children, see, when we're talking about property taxes what we're talking about is fraud. At the end of the day, we're talking about fraud. And do you know that's a criminal offense and people go to jail for fraud? I see commercials all the time on TV say don't go at the IRS alone because you owe the money. Now, what happens here? They owe us money. We are not going to go at them alone. That's why we're here tonight. That's why we have strong people like Miss Hitchcock. See, Miss Agnes Hitchcock. See, you got to put some respect on that. Because she has gained just that with her people. Gained that when she talked about her walking them long streets. That's what it takes. When you're in leadership and you're committed. It does not make a difference who walk with you because you're going to keep walking. So when other people stand on the sideline and say, where you going, then that means they're not going that way. Because if they were going that way, they would walk with you, alongside of you, to a destiny which is not uncertain or unknown. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. And now,
Right
as that has been said, I would like to present this award. This is an award right here. This is for recognition from the people of the city of Detroit, the voiceless. They couldn't speak for themselves. They needed somebody to step into that arena and would not back down, no matter what they said about her. Just like she is not backing down tonight. She'll call you out in a minute. That takes you back in the days. We used to say the older sisters, they'll call you out. They'll call a spade a spade. But she decided to call them Sambos. Call it like you see it. So I present this award to a sister that I admire, I love, and I deeply respect, Miss Agnes Hitchcock. Call them out! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! That's right, stand up! She needs